No, they're nervous for your brother.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
My friend called me and said, don't hurt him, Mike. You better do that shit.
Mike Tyson just dropped the final bombshell on Jake Paul, and let me tell you, it was shocking. You won't believe what just went down between Mike and Jake. That's right, the heavyweight legend has had enough of Paul's antics, and he's just ripped into him like never before. And get this, Mike's not playing anymore. He straight up gave Jake Paul a final warning, and you know when Mike Tyson speaks, the whole fight world listens.
It comes out when it's not necessary to come out. I'm always in handcuffs.
Now I know what you're wondering. Didn't Mike already give Jake the final warning at their recent New York City presser? Well, that was just the start. This matchup is like a gift that keeps on giving, and fight fans are not complaining.
And all due, it's unfortunately I have to fight and be that guy. I wish I could stop that guy. That guy haunts me. That's. I wish I could stop that guy. I wish I could stop that guy. I wish that guy died, but he's here to stay.
This time around, Mike Tyson isn't just giving Jake a little slap on the wrist. He's making it crystal clear that Jake's time in the ring might be coming to an end, for good. Mike's final warning to Jake isn't just some casual let's see what happens type of thing, it's personal, and he's coming with serious heat. Mike didn't just promise to make Jake kiss the canvas. Mike's out here saying he's ready to not only knock Jake out, but take down his entire boxing career with one fight. And why? Because Tyson believes deep down that Jake Paul doesn't belong in the boxing world. Mike straight up said, Jake's got no business in this sport. And if you thought Tyson was just going to let it go, you'd be dead wrong. Mike said he's not only going to knock Jake out, but he's going to end the hype once and for all. Imagine that. One punch, and Jake's career in the ring goes down in flames. Tyson even dropped some serious truth bombs telling everyone, Jake's just playing dress-up in the sport. He doesn't respect the legacy. And that's where things get really interesting, right? Mike isn't just annoyed because Jake's running his mouth, calling out legends, and acting like he's the next big thing. No, Mike's offended on behalf of the entire sport of boxing. He's defending a legacy, his own, but also the countless boxers who've dedicated their lives to the craft, putting in years of grind to reach the top. Jake, he's been in the game for a hot minute and already thinks he's a kingpin. Mike's had enough of it, and he's promising to shut it down.
Tyson comes out when it's not necessary to come out. I'm always in handcuffs.
This isn't about Tyson wanting a quick paycheck or getting a few minutes in the spotlight. He's already a living legend. This is about sending a message. Mike made it super clear when he said, I'm not just going to beat Jake and I'm going to humiliate him. He'll never step foot in a boxing ring again. Tyson's out here on a mission, guys. And he's making sure that if Jake Paul doesn't back off, he's going to end up on the wrong side of boxing history. For Mike, it's simple. Jake doesn't respect the sport, and Tyson's going to make sure the world sees it. And listen, guys, when Iron Mike says he's going to take someone down, you know it's not just talk. Tyson's ready to turn Jake Paul's boxing dream into a nightmare, and he's not holding back. He's out to prove that Jake's all hype and no heart, and trust me, if this fight goes down, it's not just Jake's pride on the line, it's his whole career. So Jake better watch out, because Mike isn't playing anymore. He's coming for that knockout, and it's about to get real. Now let's rewind and talk about how we got to this point. The problem child has been running his mouth for months, calling out legends left and right like he's already the greatest to ever step into the ring. He's been on a mission to fight the biggest names in the game, and of course he had to take a shot at the baddest man on the planet, Mike Tyson. Jake's been bragging about how he could take on Tyson, even saying he's not scared of him and that Tyson's washed up. Like, dude, are you serious? Tyson's been a legend since before Jake could even throw a punch. The arrogance is unreal. Jake might have made some noise by beating some UFC guys and influencers, but this is Mike Tyson we're talking about. Jake calling him out? Let's just say that was a huge mistake. At first, Mike Tyson was chill about the whole thing. I mean, we know Mike. He's been through the wars, he's seen it all, and he doesn't have to prove anything to anyone. So when Jake first started calling him out, Mike laughed it off. He even went on podcasts saying he respected Jake for what he's doing in boxing, trying to bring in a younger audience and all that. But then, Jake took things too far. He started making it personal, throwing shade at Mike, saying he could knock him out and that Tyson's era is over. And you know what happens when you poke the bear, right? Tyson doesn't stay quiet for long. Then, it all hit the fan when Mike dropped the bombshell in an interview that he's officially done with Jake Paul's disrespect. Tyson said he's had enough of Jake running his mouth, and he's giving him one last final warning. Mike went off saying that Jake has no respect for the sport of boxing and that he's clowning his way to fame, trying to drag down legends like Tyson with him. And here's the kicker. Tyson said if Jake doesn't stop with the trash talk, it's going to end badly for him. Mike didn't pull any punches in that interview. He let it be known that he's not afraid to step back in the ring and put Jake in his place if it comes to that. Imagine this, guys. Mike Tyson, one of the greatest heavyweight boxers of all time, ready to give Jake Paul a taste of reality. You can practically hear the shivers going down Jake's spine after hearing that. And the internet? They went crazy. Memes were flying, people were roasting Jake, and the whole boxing community was like, "Jake, you better back down, dude, or it's about to get ugly." Well, things are about to get real because Jake and Mike's epic clash of the eras is set to be on November 15th, 2024. You're going to want to tune in for the biggest fight of the year. The hype is through the roof and tickets? They're selling like hotcakes. So how did Jake react to getting destroyed by Tyson like this? You'd think he'd finally chill out, right? Wrong. Jake being Jake, he doubled down. He hopped on social media, acting like Mike's words didn't faze him at all. He even posted a video flexing like he's still got this in the bag, talking about how he's ready to fight anyone and everyone. Classic Jake Paul moves. He's all about keeping that confidence up for the cameras. But here's the thing. Deep down, you know Jake's feeling the heat. Tyson's warning was no joke, and if this fight actually goes down, Jake's going to be stepping into the deep end. Fans have been speculating that Jake's bravado is just a front and that he's scrambling behind the scenes. I mean, who wouldn't be? Tyson's a beast, even at 58, and there's no way Jake's walking out of that fight without some serious damage.
Not normal, but he's still like a professional heavyweight boxer. He's still terrifying.
It's one thing to beat up retired MMA fighters, but a boxing legend? That's a whole different level. Let's take a second and look at what's really going on here. Jake Paul is riding the wave of social media fame. He's got the YouTube numbers, the followers, and the flashy lifestyle. But Mike Tyson? Mike is the definition of a living legend. He's been there, done that, knocked out the best of the best, and left a permanent mark on the history of boxing. For Jake to come in and act like he's on Tyson's level? That's just straight up disrespectful.
Day 2, we're getting ready for you.
His power hasn't disappeared, and his technique is on a whole different level. Jake, on the other hand, is still learning the ropes. Yeah, he's been training hard and has some wins under his belt, but those wins came against guys who aren't professional boxers. He's never faced someone with the skill, speed, and raw power that Tyson brings to the table. Let's not forget that Tyson's got experience. He's been in there with some of the greatest fighters of all time. He knows how to handle pressure, and he knows how to capitalize on every mistake. He's still a rookie in comparison. If they actually fight, it's not going to be pretty for Jake. Tyson will expose every single flaw in Jake's game, and by the time it's over, Jake will be lucky if he can walk out of the ring without being carried. One thing's for sure, boxing fans are on the edge of their seats waiting to see what happens next. Will Tyson and Jake actually face off, or will Jake finally back down before things get out of hand? Either way, this is a story that's far from over, and you know we'll be here to cover every twist and turn, so that's all I have for you today. What do you think of Mike's final warning? Fill the comment section with your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, peace out.